Welcome students. Our next topic is very important. This is galvanometer. Mostly every year this question asked in 5 marks. Galvanometer. So first see the definition. The device which detect the current. The device which detect the current through the circuit, that is called galvanometer. The device which detect the current through the circuit is called galvanometer. There are two types of galvanometer. First is called moving coil. Moving coil galvanometer. Second is moving magnet galvanometer. First is called moving coil galvanometer. Second is moving magnet galvanometer. This is not in your syllabus. So in your syllabus it is well kept. Moving coil galvanometer. So make the phrase heading moving coil galvanometer. Moving coil galvanometer, that is also called Weston, or it is also called pivoted. Three names are there. Pivoted means some screw are kept there. So mostly it is called moving coil galvanometer or WESTON, Weston galvanometer, or that is also known as pivoted galvanometer. So first see the designing of this one. This is the construction. You better know already taught. This is the north and this is south. Between them there is the core and it is surrounded by the core is surrounded by the coil. Coil is surrounded by this core is surrounded by the coil, which is fixed by two pivots as a screw. It is freely hanged by two pivots. These pivots are what? P1 and P2. That's why it is called pivoted galvanometer. So it is a horseshoe concave magnet. It is made by concave. Many times that question asks why it is made by concave. That's why it provides the uniform and radial magnetic field. That's why it is a concave magnet. Between this is core. Outside this is coil. And this is freely hanged between two pivots, P1 and P2. And there are springs. Two springs are there, SP1 and SP2, through which we supply the current, positive and what? Negative. This is electric current. And through the core a pointer is fixed there. Pointer which rotates as like this. You can see in lab a pointer rotates. It starts from 0 and it is moved to P dash, and that angle is theta. It means total current drawn I, but we seen here the deflection in what pointer. We are not going to measure the current. We are only seeing the deflection in pointer. It means theta is proportional to I. How much current will drawn through the coil, that much deflection will took place through the how much current drawn through the springs to the galvanometer, that much deflection will took place through coil. It means theta proportional to I or I proportional to what? Theta. That is our aim. That is called principle of galvanometer. So once again, so what a principle? This is the horseshoe magnet. It is a concave magnet. Why it is concave? Because it provides the radial and uniform magnetic field. Between them a core and a coil. Core is there. Core and coil freely suspended between two pivots, P1 and P2. Two springs are there, SP1 and SP2. When it rotates, springs gets twisted. You better know as like this. So let's suppose it is a free coil. When it rotates, it will gets as like twist. See there. When you cut off the current, it get its initial position. As like there, when you stop the current, you put off the current, pointer P dash will again retain the point P. It means again it become at what degree? 0 degree. It's okay now. So this our aim is there, theta proportional to I or I proportional to theta. So this is the designing of galvanometer. It is made by two horseshoe magnet which provide the radial and uniform magnetic field. Between them, a coil and core is suspended by two pivots P1 and P2, connected with springs SP1 and SP2, which provide the restoring force or provide the torsion force or twisting force, and a pointer is fixed there which can move right or left as well. Both it will depend on direction of current, P dash or P double dash by how much angle, what? Theta angle. You can see there pointer in mid in galvanometer. It can move to right or it can move to what? Left. That depend on terminal of galvanometer. Okay. So this is the structure of galvanometer. Now principle. Principle you better know. Its principle already taught. This is a horseshoe magnet. It is the rectangular coil, north and south. When I current drawn through rectangular coil, what happened? You better know, already taught. This is the magnetic field. It become how much angle, what? Theta. So torque is equal to NIBA sine alpha. You better know. Length is L, width is B. When I current drawn, it start rotating. In previous lecture, it provide the torque. And when it provides the torque, it start rotating. It start rotating between the horseshoe magnet, and the torque will provide it tau is equal to NIBA sin alpha. If alpha is equal to 90 degree, we will get tau is equal to NIBA. Equation number first. Are you getting? This is the principle of galvanometer, and this is as well working of galvanometer. Now, you better know, when that much torque acted on coil, it start rotating. It start rotating as like this. Okay. So what is happening there? You see there, it gets twisted by spring SP1 and SP2, and where the twisting torque become equal to that torque, then it stops. Let's suppose twisting torque is trying to back it, and that current torque is trying to move out. It means at P dash they become equal. Then your pointer will stop, and you can measure the current. It means some current is drawn through the coil. When you put off the current, this torque tau is equal to NIBA. I 0, so torque will 0, but twisting torque which twisted the spring as like this. See there, when current drawn, see there, it gets it initial, it means pointer again retain at what? P dash retain as what? P. So and twisting torque tau is equal to C theta, equation number second, where C is called twisting constant. So two torque is acting, one is due to current on coil, and other is due to twisting of spring SP1 and SP, that is called tau is equal to C theta, where C is called twisting constant. Okay, this is the working. Left is equal, so right will be equal. So what we get here? NIBA is equal to C theta. You better know pointer will become rest when both torque turns equal. So NIBA is equal to what? C theta. So I is equal to what? C theta upon NBA. There is the point. I is equal to C theta upon NBA, where C upon NBA, this is called capital G, galvanometer constant, or this is also called current reduction factor. Very, very important. This is called galvanometer constant or current reduction factor. So we can write I is equal to G theta. You better know. C is constant, N is constant, B magnetic field is constant, area of rectangular coil is constant. So it written as G. G is called galvanometer constant, or it is also known as current reduction factor. So I is equal to G theta. You remove the G, you will get I proportional to theta. This is the very, as you seen here, when current drawn, it get deflected. It means how much get deflected, theta depends on I. It means if current is more, deflection will more. If current is less, deflection is less. This is the working of galvanometer, or it could be written as theta is proportional to what? I. Both you can write I proportional to theta or theta proportional to I, where G is called galvanometer constants. This is all about your moving coil galvanometer. Okay, that's all for today.